So, welcome in the part 2 of this boot build. Sorting out, or, well, it's not just a boot build sorting out, it's like finishing all the last touches and stuff like that and blah blah blah, so whatever. Right, so the last thing what you saw was me priming the rings and ready to sandwich them on. Just need to pick some things, spray them black, blah blah blah. So off the camera I did that. I basically sprayed the rings about 3 times, sanded them out, sprayed the rings and sandwiched them together to the box. So I'm going to show you now what it turned out like. Hey, ain't that freaking good? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I am talking about. Apparently this is all going to get recovered later date to match the sort of interior, sort of like Alcantara, that sort of cloth. So I just went ahead anyways and made it all look nice and neat. Obviously this side never is gonna look good, apart from I'm gonna clean this whole mess up a bit. And that's how the rings are sitting, all nice glued in, nice and solid. And I'm actually gonna try, because the LEDs arrived as well, to get mounted onto the box, onto there. LEDs, where are our LEDs? LEDs are just here. So this is the sort of LED strip that is going to be going in. Just a single color, 2 wires. And that's what they look. Come on. Ta-da! Come on. Yeah, there we go. So basically, now since I've got LEDs, I can actually work a bit more on the box. Basically I want them LEDs to be basically from here to there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a outer groove, make a groove where the LEDs are going to sit, and basically I'm going to slot them all in, and then basically when I'm carpeting over, I'm just going to I'm going to spray it black as well, put LEDs inside, and basically when I put the carpet over the top of here, the LEDs are going to be not seen whatsoever. They're just going to shine through. I think I'm going to carpet first and then put LEDs in, because I want to cut out the channel out, not carpet it, so I can sink them even further in. But that's going to be a little bit later on, and the wire is just going to run down and attach wherever it needs to go, because I've got quite a few. and then I'm going to try and probably bend them LEDs around this ring here on the bottom. But first of all, I need to really pop the box inside there and align things properly. This thing needs to go in as well. I might actually carpet glue it in just in a couple spots so it doesn't slide about. So yeah, all looking good. Today has mainly been about finishing off the front part. So far what I've done is I've fixed the front face here. It was all broken up there on the bottom and everything, so now everything sits nice and lovely. We'll need the ignition on for that. Cigarette lighter isn't coming out anymore. Clock works. Head unit is in. Amplifier is in too, which is underneath under there instead of beneath in the dash, how I wanted it to be. I'm not putting the head unit in all the way in just for the time being until I'm done with the back completely. But what else did I do? I have already found the, see that my wire in there and the fuse holder separately. So that is the ignition on, live on, for all the interior lights. Ta-da! and now we're flashing. Lovely jubbly. That's the all interior lights are sorted. Well, obviously I need to attach my other seat to have it flashing in the back as well. That's why I've got this connector there made. But that's really going to be the very last job when I'm going to be putting this seat back in, because another job got added on to the wiring for the lights, because we had this ugly looking switch taped up to here for the underglow, and I'm trying to kind of manage to get the box in here, so glue it down, and then I'm going to run this wire that attaches in there to my other remote controller, attach the ground to the chassis, to the body, and then basically take a power, run another 2 cables to here, put a button in the front in the center console that is going in today as well. So it's not much really of filming today. I'm just trying to run all these wires, all the boring stuff. I'm just running back and forth like a sausage in here. So you're not going to really make out anything, and me trying to record is going to make this 10 times longer than what I would do, but I'm just working and doing things as I need to. Another thing is that the power wire got sorted as well. I've sprayed a little bit of wood so it all looks nice and black. Cables being cable tied running there, attached and taped up so it doesn't by an accident touches with anything. That is all done as well. All I have to do is wire everything in the back, put a fuse in, 100 amp fuse goes in there, boom, jobs are good. So yeah, that's the score so far. So basically I'm gonna finish all the wiring part, and basically at the end of the day, before leaving, I'm gonna chuck the box in and basically put the panel over the top, put the subs in, and kind of see what's going on, how I want to go about things and whatnot. And basically I'll show you, see how it looks. Well, it's going to be remembering from what it looked before and what it's going to look now. It's going to be 2 different ball games. And then, like I say, I'm going to see how much there is a gap, and whether I can fit LEDs or I can't fit LEDs. It depends. If the LEDs are going to be looking ugly, obviously I'm not going to be putting them in, because we don't do ugly in here. I don't do ugly whatsoever. But those are working perfectly fine, nice and loud. Only thing is that there is no tweeters yet. So we'll see what's going to happen about the tweeters, but like the amplification and stuff like that, everything's been set, everything works nice and loud, perfectly for what you would need. Just the bass is missing now, which is going to be the very really last job. And then again, we've got 6x9s going in the back as well, so that's going to give even more volume to the whole rest of the car, which will be very good. Very, very good, proper max power style. But all the lights are on in the front. Now I'm going to crack on, sort the underglow out, all the dodgy cables that are going on underneath. Obviously, I am not refitting it, but I am going to do my best to make it as safe as possible, because at the moment some of this is going to get basically cable tied to there further down, and then I will see what I can do to make it all look acceptable. Well, basically cables run in acceptable places, not along moving parts or anything like sort of like that. So switches going bye to the front. I might even put a different switch, smaller switch, so it's nicer, neater, instead of a big block of cheese. And so yeah, I'm gonna get down busy with the finishing the lights, wiring and stuff, and then I will give you an update with what's going on with this bad boy. Right then, a little bit of a morning update on this, oh pardon me, on this Peugeot. Basically all the lights are on, underglow is on, So basically I'll show you where things have gone. So first of all, everything's tidied up a bit and whatnot. So that's all the wiring that's going for the underglow, for the 306 lights, and I just need to put the dashing back. And basically the switch went just in there in the glove box, so you can just click, switch it on. Obviously you need to have the ignition on, so when you put the ignition on there is nothing because the battery is not connected. So put the ignition on, shaka boom, 306 is set on, and then press the button and the underglow is on. Yee! But there is one but. Oh fuck's sake, I just smashed my fucking bottle. But due to the poor install of the LED underglow, which it wasn't me by the way, one side doesn't work whatsoever, and I have actually found a dodgy part. Well, things are petrol in here, like. But basically, can you see that the shiny part in there? And it changes as I press in, so this LED has been crushed. And when I kinda press on it, and this is supposed to be pink, purple, not white or blue or whatever. So this whole row in there is really knackered. I don't know, this cable is just dangling all over the place. I suppose I maybe can, what is it, 1, 2, 3 wires. See if I probably, I don't know, I'll see what's gonna happen, whether maybe we'll replace this whole thing, because the wiring in here is terrible as well. Some sort of gunk in here, shit like that. So we'll see what's gonna happen, whether replacing this whole thing or trying to budget fix it slash, don't know. I think replacing it will be better. The ideal thing to do is to rip this old underglow out and install a brand new one, proper installed properly, to be correct. What the head unit is this? This makes the sound, how I guess. Everybody should know this sound, even I know fucking now, know it in the middle of the night. But enough about that. I've put the box and I kind of aligned it. You probably will say, well, yeah, this looks alright. Not to my eye yet, because there is still a bit of a gap in there. And what I'm doing is I'm going to be attaching 12mm rings on top of my 18mm rings. So that's going to be 30cm extension. So here, drying first coat, I'm going to sand them down and get the fluff off and sandwich them together, and that should be it for the shelf. This is basically the setup that I've come up with for the, so 6x9 is going to be sitting like that. I'm going to have to come up with some sort of insert that goes in here that covers the sides so you don't see the screws or stuff like that. Same for this side, but unfortunately when you look you can see how the shelves deformed. It's not sitting straight whatsoever. Basically this side will have to get pushed somehow. I don't know how, or probably will actually push it when I put the rings on, because that's going to be sitting better. So basically get the rings, put them on. I'll probably bring this out till about 218mm boards and then put a 12mm board around it to bordered around, like you got a borderline where the LED screen is going to be sitting, that I'm going to be making at the very end. Like I said, it's going to be in a different video altogether. Yeah, that's the score for the time being. The next what I'm going to be doing is basically get the rig started, and basically I'll do a time lapse because I need to do some routing on the edge there for the LED strip to go in. This amplifier might actually have to sit a little bit lower, pretty much on the top, bit lower, maybe it's a bit more of an angle, so I'm gonna have to build some sort of frame on the back, something like what it is right now, but obviously more secure and more stable, so I can actually mount the 6x9s. So it's gonna be going like up. There's gonna be a bit of wood on this side, basically section everything off, and then I can use these parts in here as the all the cable management thing, where I'm putting all the cables and stuff like that. So it's like on shelves, probably mount boards like on the side, so I've got things where they have to go and stuff like that. So yeah, the next is probably going to be a time lapse of me doing something or whatever, I don't know, but I will let you know. So after a few modifications, as you can see before, the rings have gone in and it is success and a half. Just what I was looking for. Obviously the board is a bit here, there and everywhere, but not, like I said, it's not properly straight and stuff like that, but I am definitely pleased with the fitment that I'm getting right now. This is literally all lined up. I've marked a little bit there where I need to thingy, and this is gonna get glued onto. I'm just gonna spray it, and then I'm gonna put L brackets in here so that box doesn't move anymore. Subs are gonna get drilled in for the holes where they need to be, because they're staying like this the way they are. They shouldn't be moving anywhere or anything, and yeah, so that's good news. Basically the front panel is basically finished. All I have to do is just put these perspex glasses that it came with, and now the last part is what I have to do is basically to do the amp rack, route the edge notch for the LEDs, which I'm thinking to do actually across the whole box basically, and then I'm gonna build like a square frame in here that is gonna join in here and there, and then another square frame for the 6x9s where they're gonna be sitting and stuff like that, and then obviously the cover's gonna go over the top, and yeah, the job's gonna be a good one. And then basically wire all the LEDs, what else, wire the, or what you call it, amplifier, speakers. I need to make terminals for the subwoofers as well. That's going to be easy. I'm just going to put 2 10mm bolts either side, and then I will be able to connect them, pair them, and do whatever I need to do with them. And then it's going to go to the amp. 6x9s are going to go to the amp. I'm going to bridge them 2 channels amplifier. So be good to go. Hopefully the next 2 days this is all going to be basically done-ish. Something's going to get carpeted, something's going to just sprayed, and probably this whole part, bottoms are going to get sprayed, but there's going to be some carpet somewhere as well. So yeah, looking good. So basically now it's going to be the time lapse time. I'm gonna get this box out, screw all things down. That's going to be off the time lapse. I'm gonna pre-drill the holes so I know where the subs are going, and basically glue that piece in there, spray that black, notch for the LEDs and stuff like that. And then we'll start measuring what I need for that and start building the amp rack and the 6x9 rack. Right, enough of talking. Let's get some working. Nearly took the whole freaking time lapse video. It's gonna end very shortly, but so basically I'm gonna start cutting the wood because I'm this part in here. So I need basically 110 wide and 25, well, 110 length and 25 wide. So I'm gonna cut a couple of pieces because either way I'm going to be cutting my piece in half, then extending, it down and stuff like that. So I'm just going to be using some 18mm MDF I've got there left. So this is going to be 110, and then I'm going to cut 25s, whatever I've got left, and I hope that this piece of wood should do me just nicely. So yeah, time lapse there.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? Let's go! Hey! Yeah, this is my life, my strife, my right to fight, to die, and this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Right, so that the frame has been made, all sitting nice and lovely. Cables will go underneath there and then go up and above wherever they need to do. And as you can see, the shelf is completely out of line, unfortunately. Yeah, the joys, but nothing that I can do apart from probably bring it down or whatever, I don't know. But, and another thing is, unfortunately, this is the end of episode 2. So, thanks for watching. Follow my channel, subscribe, and I'll see you in the part 3.